First of all, I need to say sorry. Sorry for this man. Honestly, This episode had a specific expectation for Jude Bellingham regarding how he would play. Honestly, I didn't imagine that going into the classico, I'd be watching the 2023 version of Jude Bellingham. That was one of the pleasant surprises I wasn't expecting, and it blew me away while watching the Real Madrid against Barcelona match. Like, what is this? What's this sweetness? What's this brilliance? What are these assists? Forget the goals. It's like Juventus just scored a normal goal, and we thought it was just a regular goal. But his performance was absolutely amazing. Let's go direct to our episode's straight point with this question. Did you see that from Lamine Yamal today? Lamine Yamal is literally just making a fuss for no reason. What do I mean by that? Like he's just hyping things up, causing a scene, stirring stuff up. The only thing missing is for him to go into the recording booth and lay down a diss track. You know who I'm talking about, right? There are two things left after he dyed his hair yellow. First, braid his hair and do that Chelsea player style. And second, go to the recording room and record a diss track. Then he could drop some rap like yo 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 and all that. That's all that's left for him now. Football fans generally like players who fight back on the pitch. Let me tell you something. We've gotten used to what we've been watching. For example, some people say Cristiano Ronaldo is arrogant. But Ronaldo didn't become arrogant before his achievements. He became that way after he accomplished a lot. After making history and spending 10-15 years at the top, he started getting confident and fighting back on the field. It's not like he just suddenly got arrogant and started throwing wild statements and stirring things up. No, he responds on the pitch. We've gotten used to Lionel Messi, the guy who spent 15 or even 20 years at Barcelona. 15 years, man! We watched him with the first team from 2006 to 2021. The guy spent 15 years in the first team. We don't even remember two statements from Messi, and that was the end of it. But the new level of lamine Yamal, which is like saying, I was literally born a minute ago and already causing problems, that's a whole other level. I've never seen anything like it before. And here we're into the second half, and honestly, Real Madrid had the chance to completely finish the game off around the 51st minute when a penalty was awarded against Eric Garcia. It was a 100% clear penalty. Eric Garcia literally raised his hand for no reason at all. So, in the 30th minute, when the ball hit the guy's hand, he bit himself up a bit. And then what happened? The ref went to check VAR and decided it was a penalty. But the one who underestimated Szczesny was Szczesny himself, who, by the way, played an amazing game today for Barcelona and saved them from a huge embarrassment. Szczesny put in a fantastic performance, a really strong game, and it all paid off when he saved the penalty taken by Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe is one of the best penalty takers in the world, and Szczesny managed to stop it perfectly. That was the 20th honest penalty save of his career so far. The truth is, the situation is completely different and totally changes after the penalty. It feels like Real Madrid players got tense, while Barcelona players started feeling confident. But does that mean Real Madrid didn't get any chances? No, they did have chances, and they managed to create some real threats and do some strong plays. However, Barcelona began to show up on the field and their shapes started to take form. Now, I want to talk about that moment. Look, I don't really like this topic, but honestly, I just don't get the whole idea of defending a foul. Sometimes things just slip by in the game, and then that's part of winning. Let's talk about Vinicius Jr.'s behavior for a second. We all know that little scene he put on while leaving the pitch. It was like a whole movie in itself. I'm not even talking about his scuffle with the Barcelona players. That's normal. You expect some pushing and shoving. What happened after the match between Lamine Yamal and Vinicius honestly brought them closer, which is good. But that's not what I want to focus on. I want to talk about the moment he left the field in the 70 honest minute when Rodrigo came on for him. Why did he have to put on that whole show while leaving? I don't get the point of all that acting as you walk off. I just don't see why. I agree with the opinion that the coach's decisions to make those changes at that moment were wrong. I agree that the substitutions Xabi Alonso made, the first two changes, could have really messed things up for Real Madrid. But once you're subbed off by the coach, that's it. The first time you turned your head away, the second time you crossed your arms in frustration, the third time you're off the pitch. You shouldn't make the coach feel like he's ignoring you. I mean, we all saw the clip. Xabi Alonso acted like he didn't see Vini, and Vini acted the same way. Look, Vinicius Jr. acting like he doesn't see anything. Like, yeah, alright, chill out. Finish those little things you have there. Then come here! No, and what? He's not going to just sit on the bench? No, get out of here completely. Take a breather, head to the locker room. What's this kid playing at? You're a Real Madrid star, man. A Real Madrid star. It's the same thing we say about Lamine, man. It's the same thing we say about Vinicius Jr. Who's Lamine? Man, he's all hyped up before the matches, talking big when he can't back it up, and then everything falls apart on him. And finally, to the other side, that's right. I'm waiting for you to talk about the individual strength he showed, how he literally controlled Barcelona's defense in the first half, dominating the field. But instead, you completely dropped that and kept talking about his behavior as he was leaving the pitch. Honestly, this whole generation in football feels kinda annoying. I'm not saying it's just about Vinicius Jr. or lamine Yamal and their skills. It's the new generation, the young players who are still around 23 or 24 years old, starting from 17 up to 23 or 24. It just feels like a frustrating generation. One reason I really respect Erling and Kylian Mbappe a lot is because of that. The hate that the new players have isn't really there for them, you know? Like, Haaland just comes down to chill. Mbappe just does his thing and that's it. But me? I had a whole conversation, a fight. I argued with the coach. I even went up to the locker room. Why all that? Because if anyone's getting hype, it's Real Madrid. Real Madrid needs you. Real Madrid played their best game today against Barcelona and managed to come out on top with 3 points. Honestly, anyone who watched the game after the first half hour could see Real Madrid was gonna win by at least 4 goals. The match ended with a dramatic scene that made no sense at all. Fights breaking out here and there, people grabbing each other, things heating up, everyone wanting to fight everyone else. Look, this has always been my problem with the kind of players Barcelona has. Especially guys like Lamine. Pedri got a red card, but no one actually fought him. Let me tell you something. Pedri grabbed Vinicius in the first half, just so you know. A decent player makes a difference. Pedri grabbed Vinicius and took him down in the first half. Vinicius usually makes a big deal out of these situations, causing drama and fights. There was all that back and forth when the guy got pulled early before the foul and the early yellow card he got. Then they got him up quickly and all that. Before the match, Kubarsi was asked if exams are harder or watching Mbappe. He said, "No, exams. If you study, you'll pass. But with Mbappe, if he gets past you, there's no way to fix it." Respectable players earn everyone's respect, but the ones who just want microphones, want to be YouTubers, TikTokers, and all that stuff, man, forget football and come sit next to me. You'll do great, seriously, and you'll be able to do some really cool things. But overall, that was the match from that side. Real Madrid had a perfect first half, the best half they've played under Xabi Alonso. They should have been winning by at least 3 goals. The second half I'd split into 2 parts. Before Rodrigo and Brahim Diaz came on, I thought things were better and those changes weren't really necessary. If they were going to make changes, they should have focused on strengthening the midfield more. But overall, Real Madrid deserved the win. They really earned it. Barcelona today just ran away to avoid a disgrace. In today's match, I'm dodging a scandal. I'm sure that after the game, if Hans Flick makes any statements, he'll take full responsibility. Unfortunately, this is the end of the road for Barcelona. There's nothing more to say. This is as good as it gets for them. If Hans Flick really mentioned the next match, then who's sitting on the bench? Even when you're fit, if you really want to be a man and take control of the team, clear things up, and send the message that the next match means sitting on the bench, I'm confident Real Madrid will do that next game. Xabi Alonso will bench Vinicius, and everyone needs to sort out their issues with each other. Go at each other, see where it leads. Congrats to the Real Madrid fans on a well-deserved and great win. And don't forget to apologize for this Jude man. Good luck to the Barcelona fans on the other side. For a loss, that loss could have been a lot worse. This was easy football. See you next time. Peace out, buddy.